Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we'll discuss difference between decode and case. We'll see the syntax of both, and then we'll see major differences between the two. So both are pretty much like if-else statements. So let's see the syntax and understand how they are different. So select decode. So this is how we'll write the decode. How we write decode. Select decode, and then in brackets first we'll write the column name, then the first if statement. It's like the first if statement. So if grade is equal to A, then return 1. Else if grade is equal to B plus, return 2. Else if it is equal to C plus, return 3. And else if it is equal to C, return say 4. Okay. And the last is else. Okay, like if it's not equal to A, B plus, C, or if it's not equal to any of these, so in the end else return 0 and return it into X from dual. So basically this is the syntax for decode. Now similarly if you want to write for case, okay, so this is how you write. Select case grade, this is the column name. Now when this grade is equal to A, then return 1, when B plus, then 2, when C plus, then 3, when C, then 4, else 0, where are you going to return it? Into X from dual. So this is the major syntax difference between the two, decode and case. So they are pretty much like if-else statements. But now let's see the major differences between the two. There are some differences which we should see. These two also we'll discuss, but later. First let's see the major difference between the two. So decode is a function and case is a statement. Okay, so decode is a function and case is a statement. Decode does only equality check, and case can work with logical operators other than equal to sign. So what this means is, when you use decode, it will do only equality check. That is grade equal to A, grade equal to B, B plus. So equality check is being checked over here. Okay. But in case of case, you can also use logical operators like less than, equal to, greater than. So for this, you can see this example. Select case when E dot salary is greater than 2000, then return this. Else 2000 and so here we are using this logical operator greater than. So you can use logical operators. In case of decode, you cannot use these logical operators. In decode, only equality check can be done, like equal to A, equal to B plus, equal to 2000, equal to 3000. It will not check less than, greater than, all these. Okay. So here you can also have other when statements also, like select case when E dot salary is greater than 2000, then return this. When E dot salary is say it's between 2000 and 5000, then return something. If it is less than 2000, return something. So you can have these different cases, and you can use logical operators in case of when you're using case. Okay. So yeah, so decode does only equality check as we just saw, and in case we can work with logical operators. Now decode can be used only in SQL statement, okay, and case can work as PL-SQL construct. Now what this means is, decode can be used in only in select statements like this, select, decode, this is this, okay, but in case of case, you can use it even without a select query. So look over here. It's basically like if-else statement. So declare grade char1 is equal to A. So we are just initializing grade. Grade in this case is just a variable. Now begin case grade. Now when A, then print excellent. When B, then print very good. When C, print well done. So here, as you can see, there is no select query over here. Okay, here there is no select query. We are simply using it. Okay. So in case of, you cannot use decode like this. Only you can use case like this, but you cannot use decode like this. For decode, you need an SQL, a select statement like this. Okay. So yeah, that's difference number 3. Now case can be used as a parameter of function or procedure, and decode cannot. Since case is a statement, you can send it as a parameter of a function or procedure. And in decode cannot be used as a parameter. So if you all know what are function and procedures can have parameters, and you can also send case as a parameter, like if this is this, then whatever. Similarly, respectively, you can send parameter. But in case of decode, you cannot. Now case expects data type consistency and decode does not. What this means is, when you are comparing, okay, or when you're doing this equality check, okay, case will need it to be in the same data type. So data type consistency is necessary. So if you write 1 and if you write 1 in inverted commas like a string, so case expects data type consistency, means 1 has to be equal to 1. But in case of decode, 1, even if you write it in brackets like 1, it will consider it equal to each other. So in case of decode, data type consistency is not necessary, but in case of case, it has to be same. So case expects data type consistency, but decode does not. Okay, decode will return true if we compare null with null, and case will not. So this is a very major difference between the two, because the way in which both compare nulls is different. Okay, so this is a very important difference. So when you compare null with null, in case of decode it will return true, but in case of case it will not return true, it will return false. So this is a very important difference between the two. So for example, so whenever you are converting say a decode into a case, and then that particular column has null values, and then your output will be different for both. So if you're wondering why your output is different for decode and why your output is different for case, it is probably because there are null values and comparison is different. So comparison for nulls is different between the two, and hence the output will be different. So always remember that in case of decode, so in case of sorry in case of decode, if your grade is null and here there's an option of null, so here it will return true only. Okay, so if null and null are compared, it is returned as true. But in case of case, okay, when you're using case, null and null is not equal. Okay, so it will return false. So remember this one very important difference. So if you have interchanged case and decode and wondering why your output is different, it's probably because they are comparing nulls. So, and the last difference is case executes faster in optimizer and decode is less faster. I mean, it is slower than case. Okay, so case is faster. So these are the major differences. They are pretty much same, but yeah, there are some major differences which you should remember, that decode is a function, case is a statement, and this does only equality check, and this can use logical operators, and the way in which they compare nulls is different. So these are important differences between the two. Remember it, remember these three for sure: function, and this equality check one, and this null comparison, and you're good to go. So I really hope this video helped you, and yes, if this helped you, make sure to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, also I have a playlist of SQL, Python, Tableau, so do check it out. And yes, leave your comments down if this video helped you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.